The practical steps are simple, even if they are not easy. First, you must calculate your actual savings rate right now. Take everything you saved and invested last month and divide it by your gross income. If the answer is below 20%, you are in the trap, regardless of how much you earn. Second, you must audit every fixed monthly commitment in your life. The mortgage, the car payments, the subscriptions, the club memberships, the private school costs. Add them all up. If your fixed commitments consume more than 50% of your take-home pay, you have built a lifestyle prison that your income is maintaining rather than transcending. Third, and most importantly, you must make your next raise invisible. The single most powerful financial decision a high-income earner can make is to automate the investment of every salary increase before it ever touches their lifestyle. If you earn $20,000 more next year and you never see it because it goes directly into your investment accounts, your lifestyle never adjusts upward and your wealth accelerates dramatically. This is the exact strategy that separates the people who retire wealthy from the people who retire with nothing, despite earning impressive salaries for decades. The high-income poverty trap is real, it is quiet, it is socially reinforced, and it is completely solvable. But solving it requires something that money cannot buy. It requires the courage to stop performing wealth and start building it. The people in your life who look the least financially impressive on the outside are often the ones building the most real security on the inside. And the ones driving the nicest cars and living in the biggest homes are often the ones most terrified of what would happen if the paycheck stopped. You have the income, you have the intelligence, now you need the awareness. Stop letting your salary flow through your hands and into a lifestyle that owns you. Start letting it build a future that frees you. Because at the end of the day, a big salary with no savings is not success. It's just expensive survival.
The third trap is debt that wears a suit. High-income earners do not usually carry credit card debt from buying groceries. Their debt looks sophisticated. A large mortgage on an impressive home, luxury car payments, private school tuitions, business-class flights on a travel credit card that gets paid off monthly but reloaded immediately. This kind of debt feels responsible because it is associated with quality assets and premium experiences. But debt is debt, regardless of what it purchases, and the monthly obligations from all of this sophisticated debt quietly consume the income that could have been building real generational wealth. Here is the number that will change how you see your situation. Wealth is not what you earn. Wealth is what you keep. A teacher who earns $40,000 a year and saves 15% of their income is building more real wealth than a lawyer who earns $300,000 a year and saves nothing. The income number on your paycheck is completely irrelevant to your financial security. The only number that matters is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. And for high-income earners trapped in lifestyle inflation, that gap is often zero or negative. Now, let us talk about the identity problem, because this is where the trap becomes truly inescapable for most people. Over time, the expensive lifestyle stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like who you are. Your home is not just a home, it's a statement about your success. Your car is not just transportation, it's a symbol of how far you have come. Your vacations are not just rest, they are proof that you've made it. And once your spending becomes tied to your identity, the idea of cutting back feels like personal failure. It feels like admitting that you are pretending. It feels like going backward. So you keep spending, you keep performing, and you keep falling further behind financially, despite earning more than most people around you. The way out begins with a single honest conversation that most high-income earners never have with themselves. You have to separate your income from your identity. Your salary is not your worth. Your car is not your character. Your home size is not your success. These are just numbers and objects. Real financial security feels nothing like an impressive lifestyle. It feels like options. It feels like the ability to say no to a job you hate. It feels like knowing that a 6-month emergency would not destroy everything you have built. It feels like watching your investments grow quietly in the background while your day-to-day life runs comfortably below your actual means.
You make good money, maybe really good money, 6 figures, perhaps more. And yet somehow at the end of every single month, the number in your bank account tells a completely different story. The bills are paid,
The lifestyle looks great from the outside, but there is almost nothing left. No real savings, no growing investments, no genuine financial security. Just the constant exhausting cycle of earning more and somehow still feeling broke. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you are not stupid. You have fallen into one of the most dangerous and least talked about financial traps in the modern world. It is called high-income poverty, and it is silently destroying the financial futures of millions of people who should be thriving. Here is what makes this trap so devastating. It does not feel like poverty. Your car is nice. Your apartment or home is impressive. You eat at good restaurants. You wear quality clothes. You take vacations. From every external angle, your life signals success. But underneath that polished surface, the financial reality is terrifying. You are one job loss away from crisis. You have no meaningful emergency fund. Your retirement accounts are underfunded or empty. And the lifestyle you have built is so expensive that it requires every dollar you earn just to maintain it. You are not building wealth, you are performing wealth. And there is a catastrophic difference between the two. So how does this happen to smart, hardworking people who earn significant incomes? It starts with a simple and very human impulse. When your income rises, your lifestyle rises with it. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the engine that powers the high-income poverty trap. You get your first real raise and you move into a better apartment. You get promoted and you buy a nicer car. Your salary crosses 6 figures, and suddenly your standards for everything quietly upgrade. The restaurants change, the vacations get longer, the wardrobe gets more expensive, and each individual upgrade feels completely reasonable at the time, because you can afford it. But the sum of all those upgrades consumes every additional dollar you earn before it ever has a chance to become wealth. The second force driving this trap is something called social comparison spending. When you earn more, you tend to spend more time around others who also earn more. Your colleagues drive luxury cars. Your neighbors live in large homes. Your social circle expects certain restaurants, certain vacations, certain standards. And slowly, quietly, without any single dramatic decision, your spending calibrates to match your environment. Not because you're weak, not because you're irresponsible, but because human beings are hardwired to benchmark themselves against the people immediately around them. The problem is that those people around you are often doing exactly the same thing. They are also broke on big salaries. They are also maintaining the performance of wealth, rather than building the reality of it.